Hey guys, welcome back to day 3 of Vlogmas. I am so excited to finally be filming this video, and I'm really grateful you guys talked me into doing Vlogmas because now I'm actually filming the video and I'm taking the time to get it done. As you can tell by the title of the video, today's video is my classroom tour. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I did a whole series over summer about setting up my classroom because this is a new classroom, and then I never really did a full tour like I had promised. And part of that was because like there was things that weren't labeled, and I just like, it never felt completely finished to me, and I used that as an excuse to just not film it. So I decided that I'm gonna film a mid-year classroom tour. So there are things that aren't done, and I'm just gonna be okay with it. But I am really excited to do this for you guys. You guys have been asking for this for a really long time. So I am going to walk around the room and I'm going to be as thorough as I can. I will try and link everything down below. If I miss something, which I probably will, go ahead and leave me a comment and I will do my best to answer it. So yeah, let's get into the tour. Okay, so this is what you see when you walk into my room. It is decorated for Christmas. I have a video decorating it. So I guess the thing to do would just be to start here and go around. So this is our built-in closet, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So on this top shelf, I just keep any and all empty baskets that I have. There's some back there and bins and containers. And then here is where I keep all of my bulk supplies. Families donate supplies at the beginning and then we do like a big share. I mean, this is what I mean. Middle of the year problems. It is what it is, you know, we're just gonna roll with it. Whatevs. So I have markers in here, crayons, scissors, expo markers, glue. This one needs to say pencils and colored pencils. And these all white bins are all from Dollar Tree. And these are just extra bins that I got that I use for math, or I want to use for math, things like that. And then behind them is a lot of blank space. This shelf is mostly empty, which is great because I need somewhere to store my Christmas stuff once it is gone. So these are all of my index cards. I have notebooks back there. These crates are from Walmart. They're awesome. You will see them all throughout my room. This is where I keep paper and projects that they have already finished that I want to save for open house. And then this whole crate is like hygiene needs and like party supplies and things like that. This is all decor items that I will not be using this year. So this closet is awesome. I still have some room, which is great. On the outside are our essential agreements. These are the rules the kids come up with at the beginning of the year. My personal favorite, no whining. And then on top of this cabinet, we have a crate full of tissues. Those will be gone by the end of February. You can bet it. These crates are also from Walmart. This globe came with my room. It's huge and amazing. And then moving our way this way, this says third is the word. I got this idea from third grade swag on Instagram. I can't remember his first name, to be honest with you. But the intention was to have all the kids' pictures here, and I've even printed them. I just haven't put them up because I've been lazy. So hopefully by open house in April, that'll get done. These are just Christmas decorations. I talk about those in my Christmas setup video. And then this is our sink area. This says be brave. And then I do not let the kids keep their water bottles on their desk. So this basket is from Dollar Tree. They keep all of their water bottles in there. I'm not going to show you under the sink because it's literally just paper towels and it's probably a hot mess. So there's that. Moving along. Okay, so this is just my step stool that the kids use to access their headphones. So this is a 24 shoe rack holder thing, and these hooks up there, my team teacher just gave them to me. They go over the door. This thing is game changer. I didn't have this last year. I do want to put like student number stickers so they each have their own set of headphones. I just haven't gotten there yet, so it's been a free-for-all. So that's what we use to store our headphones. I have 2 people. They're like my headphone crew. This is our Chromebook cart that we split with the other third grader teachers. This is our little tree. Okay, so now we're gonna come to the front of the room. So this stinking thing hasn't worked for about a month, or I'll just use my own personal whiteboard on the carpet. Okay, so then coming down here, this case is from IKEA. So this is our turn-in bin. And then these down here are all of the kids' binders. These follow them all through 5th grade, and then they get them when they leave. This is our place value chart. This came from Bethany from Teaching and So Forth. The kids reference this all the time because place value is the devil. These are our Around the World holiday books that we will be starting. And then this is the 3-drawer cart from Michael's. Oop, this is from an activity today. Ignore that. Mid-year tour, I'm telling you. So in here I keep whiteboard markers, my Mr. Sketch markers, apparently a random pencil. These are my magnetic clip things. Whoop. These are awesome. If you don't have them, get them from Amazon. I'll try and link them down below. This bad boy, you guys, if you don't use one of these, you need to start. That was sweet. This is what I use for a pointer. And if I need the kids to come up and read something, just having them hold this makes everybody want to come up to the front of the room. It lights up and it's so exciting, and they love to do the part. So yeah, this is great. Get yourself a lightsaber. Okay, so that just lives in there. These are whiteboard erasers. I just use an old towel. And then here I just have a notebook, and then the morning meeting book. I've talked about this 100 times. I use this for my morning meeting setup. We do a morning meeting every morning. And then down here are like my tools and erasers and things like that. And then on this really janky little cart, I just have this little 3-drawer system. This is where I keep our Eagle tickets. This is our incentive program. The kids can use those to purchase things, which I will show you in a minute. This is from Dollar Tree, this bin, and that's for a calendar. I actually need to change the calendar before I leave. And then down here, these are the kids' offices for tests and things like that. And then just up here, this is our morning meeting clipboard. And I just created that on PowerPoint. Obviously, a clock, we touch that bad boy all day long. And then our team points are here. It was a new week, so I obviously didn't do very well at taking team points today. And then this is our calendar. I just made this, you guys. This is just washi tape. I just eyeballed it. And then I made all of these on PowerPoint. I do not know if they're in my Teachers Pay Teacher store. If they are, I will link them down below. If they're not, I am sorry. So it's just very simple. We don't do a lot of calendar work in 3rd grade. So I don't know, that just made sense to me. And then up here, this comes back to our Eagle tickets. This is what the kids can buy with their Eagle tickets. I only let them purchase things first thing in the morning to save myself a headache, and then they get fined for certain things. Like if they need to use the bathroom within 30 minutes, they need to give me 5. Every time they need a new pencil, it's 3. And if they lose their expo markers, it is 10. So those are up there all year for the kids to reference. So that kind of wraps up this main front part of the room. But let's talk about really quickly this filing cabinet. I get a ton of questions about this bad boy. I got this for $5 at a garage sale, and I sanded it, painted it, and then this is just contact paper from Dollar Tree that my brother peeled and like stuck on here and like blow dried it to make sure it's stuck. It's the cheapest facelift I have ever given to a piece of furniture, which is awesome. And then back here I just keep all of my chart paper. So that's that. Up here is a kerplunk. This is what we use for whole group incentive. We just had our pajama party, so we started over. Every time the kids do something whole class that I want to recognize, they pull a stick. It's a great management system, and the kids freak out about pulling the sticks. I just pick random kids every time. I am not going to show you what's in here because you don't want to know. Okay, I'm not going to lie, I didn't really clean up that much, but I will show you how my teacher desk was left today. So this is my teacher space. This is my view when I sit down at all my beautiful children. Hello, lovelies. So I sit here. I'm not going to do an inside the desk thing. It's just a lot. But I do keep cups of pens, note paper. This is for our projector. That's coffee. These are my equity sticks, spoons. If you're GLAD trained, you know what that's about. More pens, pencils. A student made me this at the beginning of the year. How cute is this? I died. Oh, so cute. This is the bell that I ring every morning, and that tells the kids that you need to wrap up your number of the day and meet me on the carpet for morning meeting. So that thing is amazing. Amazon, I want to say it was like 10 bucks. I will link it down below. Random paper you don't need. Computer, this is our document camera. My lunch, sorry about that. Okay, I do want to talk about this little nook for a second. I mean, not really this. Keurig printer, self-explanatory. These are just extra books. The kids changed seats today. Don't worry about that. But I want to talk about these things because these things are great. I was really struggling with paper flow. If you watched my vlog, you know when these went in. But these are all from Staples, and this is a magnetic, shoot. Okay, let's try that again. This is a magnetic file holder. This is great because these are all of my teaching items. So like my math journal, my writer's notebook, our math workbook, a whiteboard, our main idea packet that we're working on, and then I have like this in here that I constantly pull out to put underneath the document camera. So everything I need to grab is right here. Game changer for me. And then this is a more paper organization. So this one up here, I have like, you know, you get those just random papers that like you literally need once a year from, I don't know, the office. Like, what is this? Just like map scores. I don't know. So all that stuff goes in there. This one holds my teacher resources that I'm currently using just to get them off of the surfaces. And then these are things that I need to copy. So that is great. These are just important dates. These are my 3rd grade standards. I have them just printed, laminated. I can reference them, and I do pretty frequently. And these just hang right here. And then my Keurig and my printer. Now these drawers are seriously just miscellaneous stuff right now, so I'm not even gonna open those. And truly, this cabinet is a bunch of random stuff, but I'll show you anyway. So these are just like extra binders and stuff. I keep my sentence strips in here. This is all of our readers for benchmark, and extra science textbooks and things like that. I have some snacks for the kids if they didn't bring any. And then in here is where I keep our pocket chart and all of my paper and things like that. So not that exciting in here, I will say. This, however, is where I hang artwork that the kids give me. I kind of been slacking this year. This one is my personal favorite. You are one of my favorite teachers. I miss you over the weekend. You are pretty. I mean, are you kidding me? How cute is she? Okay, so let's swing around to this part of my room. All right, let's start up here. That's my name, obviously. I just made that. Actually, no. This came in the decor pack that my alphabet came in, which I'll talk about in a second, and I will link it down below. This is a board that I just created. I cut out the letters on my Cricut, put that wood paper, bordered it, and then I created these job things just because I wanted blue and green, obviously, and it was super easy. I just have the job and then I write their number in Expo marker. It's just the easiest way for me to see who has what. And so far this year I've been loving it. There's obviously some jobs that aren't necessary, but I've been liking this so much more than what I had going last year. So then down here, I have a sweet child who has a behavior contract. So this is where his contracts go every day. So I have intense data collection on that, which is great. And now this is the holy grail. If you are a teacher, you probably have one, and if you do not, you need to get one. This is from Ace Hardware. You can get it at Lowe's. It's literally a toolbox, and these labels are from Teach, Create, Motivate from TPT. I just thought they were so stinking cute, and all of my supplies are in here, and anytime I need to grab something, it's boom, right there. It is awesome. It keeps stuff out of your desk. I swear by these things. Okay, so then these drawers were just white Sterilite drawers that I spray painted, and honestly, if you look really close, they are turfed on the top. These are labels I just created on PowerPoint. If you've been following me, you know that initially I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, blah, blah, blah. Didn't work for me. I do it by subjects. That way, if I don't get to something, I'm not like constantly moving things around. And I always have like extra stuff in there in case there's a sub or something like that. So I'm loving this so much better than what I had before. And then this basket is from Dollar Tree. I'm just using these for extras. So if anyone's absent and they need to get something that we're working on, I easily know where to come grab it. So that's what I've been doing to manage extra papers, which has been working. 3 things of Clorox because kids. And this is my basket for anything that we're working on for the day. I will put in here just because I don't want to lay it out on my desk and I don't have to like open drawers trying to find things. I'll pull everything out in the morning, put it in here that we need, and that way I have everything in one spot for the day, which has been great for me. So that is how I'm organizing my paper flow and desk space this year. Real life, this is literally my corner where I just throw all my junk that either needs to go home or came from home. So that is what it is. This was a fridge I got for $5. It's not the cutest thing in the world, but it works. So hey, whatever. Okay, so that brings us to this really ugly bookcase. So we have 6 thematic units at an IB school, and I decided to get big tubs. So all of the papers and activities that we need for each unit are in each tub. This has been great because I don't really like files. It doesn't work for me. So we are currently on the Who We Are unit. So I just pulled everything out. Boom, I know what I need to copy. Throw it in my need to copy. And that's been great for me. These ones up here, this one is, oh gosh, this is why I need to label stuff. Writing activities and then reading assessments and things like that. Also no labels, so it is what it is. So this is where I have all of my benchmark curriculum. This is from Michaels. These are from Michaels. These are from Big Lots. They're Sterilite containers. You could probably get them on Amazon, but they're cheaper at Big Lots. And then these are also from, actually these are from Target, which I'll chat about in a second. So right next to the benchmark curriculum is where I keep our Envision curriculum. Hate it. I hate all of our curriculum, to be completely transparent with you, but it is what it is. Okay, this is where I keep all of my math supplementals and other like things, like grammar things. So for example, this one has that contraction game. This is a Jeopardy game that I pull out a lot. In fact, I'll probably be pulling it out on Wednesday. These are prefix puzzles. I have a whole thing of Mr. Sketch markers here. So these just hold a bunch of different activities, which I have been loving. Again, I hate file cabinets as far as storing things that I need constantly. So this has been working out really well for me. So that brings us over here. I get questions about this thing all the time. This is the clear cart from Michaels, and it is kind of falling apart at the seams. But let me just hold on. Okay, there we go. I did spray paint this, so you cannot buy it blue and green. And then I just made these labels on PowerPoints. This is where I keep a lot of my papers that I need constantly. So that is there. Woo! I'm honestly probably gonna get another one next year because there's like math games and things that I just don't have anywhere to store right now. So speaking of, on top is where I've been storing math games for early finishers. Those are just a few. This is just probably random paper that I have to put away, and wheels, whatever. Okay, let's chat about this thing because this has also changed my life. This is a laundry rack from Target. It was $30, and this is what I use to store all of my anchor charts. Last year, I literally just threw them all away when the units were like long gone. And this is great because next year I could probably just like pull them out and use them. Not to mention if I need to reference something, I can easily pull one of these out and throw it up on the board. So that's been great, and I just use hangers to fold them and clip them, and that's been great. And then I hang our current anchor charts above the window. So those are things that we're working on right now. They've moved over from our focus wall and they're kind of just hanging out here. So that is how I store those. They're just the Post-it sticky anchor charts, which are great. Okay, so this little cabinet I got at a garage sale. Okay, this is what I made like mid-year. Nothing's turned around. We've been having indoor recesses, so things are just kind of strewn all over the place. Speaking of, oh my God, I don't even want to open this. Oh God, it's not so bad. These are just indoor recess games. This is my book hospital. Obviously, it's not something that I've gotten to. I'm gonna have a room mom actually do that tomorrow, which will be great. And then this is where I just store manipulatives of any kind. So counters, pattern blocks, tanagrams, fraction strips. And I just made all these labels, and I know for fact they aren't in my TPT store. And to be honest, I don't even know if they're on my computer anymore. I will do my best to locate them. And then these are just bins from Dollar Tree. They're fine. The kids know they can come over here and grab whatever they need whenever they need it. So it's like a cubby system, and I fit 2 in each cubby, which is great. Okay, so moving up here to the book bins, my beloved book bins. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I went to 9 Dollar Trees to find 27 in this color. In the book bins, they have the readers for Benchmark that we're currently working on, and then all of their silent reading books, so they don't have them shoved in their desk and things like that. Which brings us over to our library. So this is an overview of our library. This is honestly the area that I've been slacking on the absolute most. So let's start with the crate seats. The crates are from Walmart. And then I made the seats. I went to Lowe's, and they cut out the plywood. I just bought foam and then cut pieces of fabric from Walmart and then staple gunned them to that. And they've been great. They do get kind of dirty, I'm not gonna lie, but the kids love them, and I have 4 here and then I have 2 more over there. So I have 6 total. So they just kind of make another little bench for our library. This rug is disgusting. I don't know why I got a white rug for my library. If you're a new teacher, do not do that. I'm gonna get a new one next year, but this is from Target, if you're wondering. All of these bins are from Dollar Tree. I don't think they have those colors anymore. I would check back in the spring. And obviously one of my shelves broke and I've been too lazy to replace it because the piece is full and missing. And then I'm not gonna lie, I have labels on my bins, but nothing is where it needs to go, so I don't even want to show you. I can't remember where I got these. I think I actually made them, to be honest with you. Just black and white labels. I do all of my labels on PowerPoint. That's a requested video for Vlogmas, and I think I'm going to try and tackle it for you guys. So I just made the labels, and I do it by genre, and what I don't do is like tell the kids where to put them back, which is an epic fail on my part. So that is something I'm going to definitely work on next year. Okay, onto the bulletin board. This is our WOW work. I initially only had 10 slots, but there's another bulletin board for work on the other side of my room. This paper is from Joann's. It's a craft store where I live. The paper behind that is from Michael's. I made those word work letters with my Cricut. And then the border is from Hobby Lobby. I just get the rolls of burlap and then I just like fold and staple it. So that is our word work bulletin board. So let's talk about these read letters. I got these from Michael's and they were like 80% off. And then I spray painted them and I hung them up with tacks. I don't turn the lights on. I just think it's really cute that it says read over there in the corner. So then let's swing over here. So this is the same case, white case from IKEA that I have up front. And then down there are all my picture books. Obviously like not organized at all, whatever. These bean bags are from Amazon. I did a donor's choose my first year of teaching and I got these bean bags and all the fun chairs that you're about to see. So those just stay in our corner. And normally this pillow is straight across on here, but our tree needed some space to live. So these are just fun pillows that I found. These are IB posters that the kids created. These are attributes. This is our learner's profile. This is our wonder wall that is currently bare because we are starting a new unit tomorrow, actually. So this is an IB thing as well. And then, so we're finally to the back of the room. Okay, so let's talk about the paper because I get asked about that nonstop. This is literally just like bulletin board paper from Michael's. And my mom and I spent the summer sticking that bad boy up there. You can watch my setup vlogs if you really want to watch the process. It's not that exciting. And then up here is my alphabet. I will link the pack that I got it in down below from Teachers Pay Teachers. I made those clock numbers. I literally just like printed out numbers on green paper and cut circles. So that's what we have for support on our telling time. And then this is kind of our IB corner. These are the concepts that we teach from. And then this is truly something I'm horrible at right now. I need to change out the themes and our central idea. I talk about them, I just haven't like put it in here, and I hate like what I made for that. So I really need to revamp this. But again, mid-year tour, it is what it is. These are just extra desks. These are some Lewis and Clark journals that a dad brought in, which was super sweet. So then this back wall is our focus wall. Anything that we are working on currently, lives back here, anchor chart wise, vocab and things like that. I got this from a pack off Teachers Pay Teachers. I will try to find it. It's like math, 3rd grade math vocabulary, which is awesome. This came from the same pack as the alphabet, the little flags did, I mean. So then this is my learning targets board. I literally just used border to section off this little space. I used my Cricut to cut out black vinyl. So this is like sticker on there, which is great. And then I just made these reading, writing, math in our IB. We switch between social studies and science. And these are my learning targets. And we reference these constantly. It's in kid-friendly language, obviously. That one needs to go bye-bye because, again, we're starting a new unit tomorrow. So that is our learning targets, and then this is where I make our schedule for the day. I've created these schedule cards. I know for a fact these are in my Teachers Pay Teacher store. You guys, I suck at TPT. I'm not gonna lie. It's something that I eventually want to get better at, but it's just not a priority for me right now. But I just use some washi tape to section off the schedule area so the kids know where to look to figure out what we're doing throughout the day. And then down here is where I house my fun chairs. It's not ideal, but it's the only space that I had, to be honest. These came from the Donors Choose that I did, and my kids have to purchase these with their Eagle tickets if they want to use them for the day or for the week. So different amounts. It works better than just letting people use them. It's more of a reward, which is great. And then moving over here is, these are our IB attitudes. So again, more IB stuff that we talk about constantly. So these are posted back here. And then that brings us to our Christmas bulletin board. This is typically where I post other students' work. And again, this is from Hobby Lobby. They had it in blue too, and obviously blue and green are my thing, so I snagged it. This is just white paper from Michael's, and this Merry Christmas sign is from Walmart. It came strung, and I just pulled the string out. And I think these are from either Walmart or Dollar Tree, these stockings. I bought them last year, to be honest, and I never hung them up. So I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do with them this year, but definitely something. So there's another bulletin board. Let's see, am I missing anything over here before we talk about this space? I think I got it all. I know if I miss something, you guys will tell me. Oh, these are our levels of understanding. I got those from Brittany at Miss Fifth on her Teachers Pay Teacher store. After we do a quick check, the kids will put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up in the corner, and that's their self-assessment, and then I can pull groups based on that. Not only based on that, but you know what I mean. So I just printed those out, backed them on green and blue paper, and so that's where those live. And I think that wraps up the back chunk of our room. Okay, so that brings us over to this space, which I just gave a facelift to a couple weeks ago. So my laminator's out right now, but that typically lives over here. So let's talk about this table. Is obviously our guided reading kidney table. So these are our guided readers. So these bins came from Really Good Stuff, and I made all of the labels, and most of these come with our curriculum, and then other books that I've picked up over time, aka the last year and a half, have found place in here as well. So this makes it so easy when I'm trying to plan guided reading and I need a book in a certain level. I can just turn around, skim through them, grab one, and then go from there, which is awesome. We also have a whole thing like this that we have access to in the staff room, which is great. But I just love how organized this is. It just makes my heart so happy. This is a crate from parent conferences. I did a whole video on that if you want to check that out. These are Capri Suns from our holiday or our Halloween party that just have never been moved. Whatever. This is a work hard, play nice, be kind sign that I made with my Cricut and just stapled up there. I just used different color paper instead of like wasting ink, which really, really helps. Those are some extra crates up there from Walmart. And then this is all my guided reading and writing and math storage space. So let me show you this. Okay, so this top bin are for my kids who are still struggling, and we do word work stuff. Ooh, it's all hidden right now from that, but like magnetic letters and things like that. These are trays that I use for place value. These are other math manipulatives like clocks and other things that I have in there right now, fraction strips, things that I can easily grab when I'm doing a small group. This is where whatever we're reading and guided stays. So I have 3 really guided reading groups because one of my groups is at resource, and then 2 of the groups read the same level. We just have to split based on other needs. So this is where I keep whiteboards. These little erasers are great. They're from Amazon. So I keep these here, pens, pencils, and then this is extra binders. Honestly, I'm pretty sure these are empty, but these are guided reading resources. So we have guided assessment, the next step for guided reading, and another one back there. These are all from IKEA, by the way. These are some foldable readers, or like, so for my lower group, I have, like, let me see, guided writing booklets. This one's empty, hopefully, yeah. So I just literally print these out and make them so we can practice writing, or I'll have like vowel pattern readers in here and things like that. This is where I keep just the basics, so Post-its, erasers, those are Eagle tickets, whiteboard markers, erasers, and pencils. So that is just so I don't have to get up constantly throughout guided reading. Everything I need is right there. And then this level is current spelling words that we're working on. I have differentiated spelling groups. I've chatted about them before, and I will chat about them in a centers video that will be coming. And then any work that we are starting with groups B and then C and D do the same thing. That's in progress that I want to finish the following day. They live in these baskets. So this has been working out great for me. This is where I keep our running records resources because the boxes are ugly and I just didn't know where to put them. So I stuck them in crates. I created these labels. These crates are from Walmart. So I think that's this section completed. All these baskets, like these green type ones, are all from Dollar Tree. Just these ones are from IKEA. These are from Target. And I think that's most everything. Okay, so that brings us to the last section of our guided reading area. So this bottom one is all of my supplemental ELA and math resources. My math sign fell off, but whatevs. And then these 6 bins right here are all from Target, and these are unit-specific books. So these are each of our 6 IB units, and any read-alouds or things like that that go with the unit, I've separated into these bins. I combined 2 units because this one is just like my teacher read-alouds. So like some of my favorites that I like to read aloud throughout the year. Again, I just created the labels on PowerPoint. And then these 2 shelves are kind of like a hodgepodge, to be honest. These are thesauruses. This is just here because I didn't know where else to put it. That's trash. These are the multiplication muscle numbers that I'm going to talk about in a second. So those just, there you go. I use a binder clip to keep them all together. And then those just go in there, which makes it really easy. These are Jenga, the Jenga game. I got a bunch from Dollar Tree, and so we use that for all sorts of different things, and that's where those stay. So that kind of wraps up this back cabinet area. Okay, on to the last section, pretty much. So let's start up high, I guess. These are create, learn, inspire signs that I got from the Dollar Target spot. These are the multiplication muscles that I've talked about 100 times in my vlogs. This is how we track our multiplication fact practice, and it's kind of a motivator for them. This is where we have anchor charts that we talk about all year long. So these are our centers. Again, I'll talk about that on another video. These are our writer's workshop model, and then this is our problem solving steps. Over here is our birthday chart, so we kind of have like a bar graph-ish. So I have all the months and then the kids' names and their date of birth. This is just super easy for me and the kids to reference, which is awesome. This is in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. Again, I will link it down below. I just printed it on that color paper, so I didn't have to waste ink. Anything else up high that I missed, please let me know. Okay, so then coming over here, this is a mailbox I get questions about all the time. This was left for me when I walked into my very first classroom. That was here. It was a heinous royal blue color, so I spray painted it light green. This is the same contact paper from Target. This was our math quick check today. And then these are binder clips that I got on Amazon. So these have like changed my life. So these are binder clips, and you write the numbers on, and then you just stick the binder clip there, boop, boop, and then push it back in. It's honestly been great. So this is what we use for our mailboxes. This is a, like, I don't know if it's a magazine rack or what, but I got it from Walmart, and this is where our clipboards go. This is obviously just laying in there because I haven't put it on because I'm lazy. And then this is our supply counter. So if you've been following me, you know that I despise desk caddies, and this has been my solution. So let's start over here. This is where kids put their green folders in every morning. This is our communication folder. These are our pencils, dull and sharp. Obviously my pencil person has some work to do tomorrow. I have some rulers up here, tape dispensers, and then these are crayons. These are from the Dollar Tree. They're like, I don't even know what they're supposed to hold, but they hold a pack of 24 crayons perfectly. So this has been game changing. So those are there. This is a calculator I confiscated during a test today. And then so this is how we do it. So I have all of this stuff down here is from Dollar Tree, by the way. All the bins, all the cups. I just made all of the labels. So team 1 has a markers and a colored pencil cup, and then they have one for glue sticks and scissors. So they know how I like this counter, and honestly, they've been doing so good with it. I am so impressed, and it is so much less of a headache for me and I've been loving it. So we're doing a supply counter. These are index cards. They know that they can come grab when they need to make new flashcards for multiplication practice. So those are here. This normally has binder paper in it, but I need to refill it. This is plain paper that they can have access to, and I grab from to do copies. And our staplers usually up here too. And then this is a basket for, I have a parent come help every Tuesday, so anything I need her to do, I throw in there. So that is the way our supply counter runs, and I have been absolutely loving it. Okay, last but not least, these cabinets. I have nothing in here labeled, which really bothered me, and I'm at the point now where whatever. I'm just gonna show you anyway. This one's probably the worst. So these are indoor recess games, and then these are Reader's Theater from Benchmark. So that one's really uneventful. So one day that will look better. So then moving over here, this has all sorts of stuff. So these baskets are from Target. So these are flashcards, flashcards, a bunch of rulers. These are our watercolors. Down here we do a whole unit on magnets. So I have a bunch of magnet manipulatives in here. These are, what are these? Oh, animal unit books. I just didn't really have anywhere else for them to go. And then these are math dice and felt money that I got in the Target dollar spot. So again, none of that is labeled, but whatever. I'll live with it for now. It's just a really nice, easy, organized way to store all of these things. So those live in here. And then this is also kind of a random cabinet, to be honest. Yeah, oh God, it's a mess, sorry. Whatever. Okay, so this is a blue ball that I made at the beginning of last year. This is one of our morning meeting activities that we do, I don't know, probably every like 3 weeks or so. Just has a bunch of questions on it. The kids throw it around. That stays in here. Okay, so let's see what we got. Again, nothing labeled, and that's okay. These are little candles that we bought on Amazon. The kids did a performance and they all held those. So those are just staying in a basket in the back. These are all extra books. This is a basket full of holiday books. So these are just chapter books. Most of these are things that I would like to read aloud throughout the year. Obviously, I don't get to all of them, but I just don't want the kids to have their hands on them. And apparently, I'm just shoving these on top of them for right now. This is full of these little, they're picture frames, really. They're from IKEA, but I use them for centers, or I use them for back to school night if I need stations and things like that. So these are great. They're like $1 or $3, I can't remember. But I keep those in there. That tub is from Dollar Tree. This crate is from Walmart. This has all of my blow up things. So I have a blow up bowling and blow up dice that we use for all kinds of review games and things like that. These are old science books. This is from that fall painting that we did, and these are the paintbrushes. I literally just threw that in there because I didn't know where else to put it. And then these green tubs are from Dollar Tree, but I use a lot of this stuff for when I do STEM activities. So I have popsicle sticks and a bunch of clothespins. So those are living there. So this cabinet is a hot mess, but that's okay. Okay, and then lastly, like, this is seriously disgusting. I don't have anything in here except for like Band-Aids and extra headphones. I don't know why, I just don't use this, but it's there. Pencil sharpener, this needs to be cleaned. This is where my kids put their tardy passes if they come in late. And then this is our lunch bin, so the kids throw their lunches in there. And then I have some friends walk it down before we go to lunch. And that brings us back to the front door. So that is my classroom. I know you guys are gonna have questions. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I will do my best to get to all of them. Please, once again, be kind to one another, including me, in the comments during this holiday season. I'm doing my best. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in the next Vlogmas. Bye.